You're 16, perched on a wooden stool in the kitchen, a bath towel secured around your neck, while your friend uses a Walmart Wall Color Pro to trim the back of your head, saving you $20 at great clips. 25 years later, another company's chain of 314 shops sells to Regis Corporation for $22 million. Sandwiched between these moments lies a $7 billion industry, 76,000 barbers, and 1,000 state-mandated supervised practice hours required before you can professionally cut someone's hair. Most aspiring barbers never progress beyond that initial kitchen stool moment. This is the comprehensive journey of a barber in America and the true cost of career advancement. That's what Rank Breakdown is all about. If you like career breakdowns with real numbers and no fluff, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Level 1. The Kitchen Stool Buzz Cut. You're 16, and the math is straightforward. A kid's haircut at Sport Clips costs $20, representing a week's lunch money. You retrieve the Wall Color Pro 21-piece kit your mom purchased at Walmart for $35.99, studying the box instructions in the bathroom. A YouTube tutorial plays on the toothbrush holder, featuring an anonymous teenager demonstrating a self-fade technique. You attach the number 4 guard to the clipper and drape your little brother with a beach towel. The device's vibration travels up your wrist as you activate it. Carefully moving against the hair's grain on the sides, you reduce to a 2 guard at the temples. When the cowlick at the crown refuses to cooperate, you panic and call your mom from the laundry room to help even things out. Hair scatters across the t-shirt collar, kitchen tile, and dustpan's rim. Your brother inspects the cut from multiple angles and declares it acceptable. The 5 p.m. news murmurs in the background as silence gradually descends. You gradually overcome your initial clipper anxiety. The $20 saved becomes a week of cafeteria lunches, and your brother's hair regrows within a month, your first professional lesson. The stubborn cowlick teaches you the capabilities and limitations of hair clipping guards. Level 2. Shop Floor Sweeping. At 17, you earn $10 hourly plus whatever tips the master barber shares, mostly in cash. You arrive early, activate the William Marvey pole, watching its red, white, and blue colors spin above the sidewalk. You meticulously prepare the barbicide solution, mixing 2 ounces of concentrate with 32 ounces of water, creating a cloudy blue tint under the fluorescent lights. You methodically arrange each barber station, 2 clippers per chair, a neck duster, and a cape with the Velcro snap facing upward. You restock the Clubman Pinot Talc, 9 ounces priced at $5.99 per can. Sweeping becomes your rhythm, between each client after each haircut. When you anticipate the master's needs by presenting a hot towel unprompted, he acknowledges you by name, the unspoken reward within your paycheck. The narrative continues through subsequent levels, maintaining the original's emotional tone and structural integrity, detailing the progression from kitchen amateur to professional barber. You also mess up a fade during week 11. The blend abruptly stops at the parietal ridge. A sharp line of dark hair sits atop the skin like a rigid shelf, and the instructor approaches, takes the clipper, opens the lever slightly, and erases it in 3 precise passes. He says, "It's a lesson, kid." You remain silent. You return home and practice the same technique on the mannequin until midnight. You lose track of time. State practical exam day. PSI Proctor, clipboard in hand, stopwatch ready, live model seated in a chair you didn't provide, cape draped, comb and tools at the ready. The same 15-minute open shop checklist you completed at 17, now in a hotel ballroom in Albany. You attach a number 2 guard. You trim the sides. You freehand the parietal. The lever adjusts when necessary. You finish ahead of schedule, and the proctor's silence speaks volumes. 6 weeks later, the license card arrives in a windowed envelope, your name correctly spelled. Vic Blends, Victor Fontanez, completed Fayetteville Technical Community College's barber program before you. Sophie Pak emerged from cosmetology school in Santa Ana, crowned 2017 Female Barber of the Year at BarberCon. The card in your hand signifies you can rent a chair tomorrow. Ready to generate income? Level 4, the chair renter. You're 23 and pay the shop owner $150 weekly for a chair beneath a fluorescent light and a chipped mirror. You earn approximately $40,000 annually, primarily in cash and tips. Your kit surpasses your first car's value. A 5-star magic clip cordless at $129.99 for every fade. A Babyliss Pro Gold FX trimmer at $154.99, zero gapped with a tiny Phillips screwdriver at home, and an Andes T-Outliner GTX at $74.95 for lineups. An Oster Classic 76 corded at $189.95 for traditionalists who trust that distinct hum. You schedule through the Squire app. You showcase before and after images on Instagram. The customer pays $45. You hand the shop owner $150 weekly. A regular arrives every 2 weeks, a tradesman in work attire, repeating his standard request. You cape him, set a 1 at the temple, freehand the blend, trim the lineup, scissor overcomb the top, apply a hot towel, use a straight razor on the neck, dust with talcs. The Cash App tip arrives before he rises. He barely glances at the mirror, already trusting your skill. Your 4th no-show in a week disrupts your schedule. You stop parking nearby. You start requiring deposits through Squire. The following week, 0 no-shows. That's the only lesson that matters. Sophie Pak began at a Santa Ana shop in 2011 and became Babyliss Pro's global educator within 6 years. You're not there yet. You're a chair, a mirror, with 100 regulars rebooking every 3 weeks. 1,700 cuts annually, a fully booked schedule, and a backdoor key for Sunday closings. Ready to sign a lease? Level 5, the master barber and shop owner. You're 32 and sign a 5-year commercial lease for a storefront with a glass door and a sidewalk wide enough for the William Marvey pole you install. The shop generates up to $400,000 annually. Your take-home approaches $90,000. You purchase 4 Takara Belmont chairs, $3,000 to $8,000 each. The familiar pneumatic hiss from your childhood. You upgrade to the Andes Master Cordless at $199.99 and a Babyliss Pro LO Pro FX at $179.99. You test and keep a pair of Hattori Hanzo shears. You hire 4 barbers, setting booth rent at $200 weekly, providing blade oil. You choose Square for the register, as everyone already uses the app. You launch a Shopify storefront for a $14.99 4-ounce pomade bearing your logo, reminiscent of Suavecito. The 5 a.m. alarm no longer wakes you. You're up before it, shop keys in pocket. Mark Busto started cutting at 16 in a New Jersey garage, eventually reaching 3 Square Studio in Chelsea. Rob Farrell opened his San Antonio shop in 2006. You're not quite at their level, but a follower with 300,000 followers requests a Thursday appointment, which you accept. The fade photo garners 60,000 likes by Saturday. Your book fills. You raise the cut price from $35 to $45 without losing clients. The Belmont chair hisses at 7 p.m. closing, alcohol and aftershave lingering in the air. 4 chairs full, sweeping now someone else's responsibility. Ready to expand the brand? Level 6, multi-unit operator and strategic exit. You're 41, and the second shop opens using the first's cash flow. The third follows suit. You sign a Sport Clips development agreement, $30,000 initial fee per unit, $289,000 to $475,000 per store per the 2024 FDD, with a 6% weekly royalty on gross sales and 5% toward the National Ad Fund. Gordon Logan launched the first Sport Clips prototype in Austin during June 1993, following an engineering degree, business school, and military transport service with the Air Force. Franchising began in November 1995, and the chain now operates approximately 1,900 locations, with mature store average unit volume reaching $419,485 per the latest FDD. Joe Grondin established Rooster's Men's Grooming Center in Lapeer, Michigan, in 1999 after 3 decades behind the chair, ultimately selling a controlling interest to Regis Corporation on July 1, 2011. You expand to 12 units across 3 states. A corporate development associate from a public strategic firm arrives at your regional office on a Tuesday, binder in hand. He mentions _____0, You remain silent in the moment. On December 19, 2024, Regis Corporation acquired the Alini Salon Group, 314 salons spanning Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, for $22 million, comprising $19 million cash, $3 million in Regis stock, and up to $3 million in earnout based on $83 million of trailing revenue and $5.8 million in trailing earnings per the SEC 8K. The deal multiple landed at 3.79 times. Your potential transaction tracks similarly close. The original shop's keys hang on a hook by the back door. They remain yours. The pinnacle of this trade transcends a simple barber's roll. The Align deal buyer paid 3.7 times trailing earnings, a significant markdown from the 2.1 times seller's discretionary earnings that a single-chair independent might command on BizBazel. What gets acquired at the top isn't the haircut, but the operating system. The entrepreneur who scaled to 12 units ceased being a hands-on barber around the fourth location. The corporate development associate flew in to purchase chairs, leases, and royalty streams, not the wrist that once guided the clipper at 23. Licensing requirements have softened. California reduced training hours from 1,500 to 1,000 under SB 803 in 2022. Florida trimmed from 1,200 to 900 via HB 1,193 in 2021. Simultaneously, the Instagram algorithm supplanted the traditional storefront sign. Entering the trade has become easier, yet standing out has never been more challenging. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports an hourly wage of $19.99, or $41,570 annually, a figure that overlooks 76% of working barbers who are self-employed and manage cash-based operations. You once missed a Saturday wedding because a regular needed a cut before a funeral, a choice you'd repeat without hesitation. The client was the mentor who taught you crucial skills in week 11. The Wall Color Pro Kit, purchased by your mother for $35.99 at Walmart, now sits in a glass case behind your desk. Same plastic guards, same red box. The pole outside Unit 1 continues its rotation with a 17-year-old you've never met flipping the switch this morning, earning $10 an hour and listening intently. The keys remain on the hook by the door. They're yours. That's what Rank Breakdown is all about. If you like career breakdowns with real numbers and no fluff, subscribe so you don't miss the next one.